I'm Justin Hoffman, Chief Marketing Officer and Senior Vice President of Business Development for PSA Insurance and Financial Services. So one of the elements that I'm most excited about in digital marketing right now is real-time personalization. We're right in the process of overhauling our website, and RTP can allow you to make your site look different depending on who's viewing it. So in financial services, when there's multiple different buyers, it's a complex buying cycle, and you have a lot of different products and services to sell. Being able to customize your site per that persona and what they're interested in and the buying process that they control really gives you a leg up. One of the challenges I think marketers are facing in financial services and beyond is around content, right? So years ago, if you figured out content marketing, thought leadership marketing was the way to go, and you were doing it, you were getting good results, right? Because the space wasn't that crowded. Well, flash forward a few years and everybody's creating content. So it's just becoming that much harder to be able to stand out, to be recognizable, to be the content that people choose to consume, because simply the volume that's out there right now is a multiple of what it was just a few years ago. One of the things that I think is really important for marketers when they're thinking about how to stay relevant from a content standpoint, this is kind of obvious, but it's never been more important to be really creative and to really focus on solving problems that your clients and prospects have. So my advice to a marketer that's looking to further invest or more deeply invest in digital marketing tools is to really get focused on how does this tool help you solve problems in your business, right? And that really takes lots of conversations with unit heads, with the people that are responsible for driving the business forward. There's lots of great tools out there, and it's easy to kind of fall for what I call tool seduction, right? There's a lot of snazzy, flashy stuff that's out there, and it's easy to just get enamored with the capability of the tools. But you need to really check yourself and ask, what business problem does this solve? What does today's business state look like? And what's the future state that we're going to be in if we choose to adopt this tool? And is the benefit justifiable from a business perspective? So when I think about the category of tools that people in financial services maybe aren't leveraging as well as, say, theoretically possible, I kind of look to social. And it's usually for good reason. I mean, especially in the highly regulated industries, there's a lot of compliance concerns, there's legal concerns. Those are very real, and they do hamper a marketer's ability to successfully leverage social. Then you layer on top of that most financial organizations, not all, but most, have a little bit more of a conservative bend, right? So what you're putting out there is very, very visible. It's content that everyone from your organization is going to see, your shareholders and stakeholders are going to see. So I think that by nature, because of the environment, we pull back a little bit. And in some cases, again, you have to, but I will suggest to people in our field that understand where the line is and don't be afraid to take it up to the line, because it's a channel that in many cases is free and is very, very effective. So I don't know of a product that does this well yet, but when I think about how we all consume, especially goods, I think about the Amazon rating system that's out there. It's incredible the degree to which a buyer will research something that has a low price point. It's not particularly important to them, but gosh, I'm guilty of reading like 25 reviews on a garden hose. Okay, so we've been trained to do that. It's social proof that I'm making a good decision, and I have to imagine that at some point there is going to be an authoritative source that is going to emerge where existing consumers can rate products and services of financial services industries. And I think if that becomes adopted, it's going to be a major game changer, because in many ways, it blows up a lot of the marketing that we have here, because at the end of the day, what really matters is not necessarily the creative positioning and the smart buy and all that stuff. Of course, that all is important stuff, but at the end of the day, if we don't keep our promises, and that's exposed in a forum that's viewed to be very trustworthy and very authoritative, all of those promises will ring hollow. I was going to say that I don't think someone's going to make the choice to go with a bank because of what they read on Yelp. But goodness knows they certainly make other decisions when it comes to what establishments they frequent. So I think that our minds are now wired that way, and there's going to be a player that emerges that isn't Yelp, but it's going to be that go-to trusted resource for making decisions in the financial services industry.